Uh, Hello guys. Hello guys. Today we'll start with the software testing methods. So in the previous class we discussed about what is software testing, then the principles of software testing. So today we'll discuss about the different software testing methods. That is black box testing, white box testing, and the other different testing methods such as unit testing, integration testing, system testing. So just I want to know how many of you are joined. So yeah, I want to know how many of you are joined. So those who are joined, can anyone just chat it? You just mention your name in the chat. Yeah, I want to know how many of you are joined. So black box testing and white box testing. Black box testing. So what is black box testing? For black box testing, there is no knowledge of internal program design or code is required. So this is the diagram for black box testing. As the name indicates, uh, it mainly focus on the input and output. It won't focus on the internal details of the software. So that's why the name given as black box testing. So what it indicates, no knowledge of internal program design or the code is required. Tests are based on the requirements and functionality. The software testings that mainly based upon the input requirements and the different functionalities. And what about this white box testing? The knowledge of internal program design and code is required. So in white box testing, we'll main focus on the internal logic, that is the structure, code to tests are based upon the coverage of codes, code statement, branches, paths, and condition. So we'll mainly focus on the internal details of the software. So this is the main difference between the black box testing and white box testing. So as the name indicates, black box means it mainly focus upon the input and output. It won't bother about the internal details. So for example, consider the real time examples like Google. So in the Google search engine, we'll just provide the inputs and we'll get some response. We'll not go through the detail about how it is fetching the data. We are not bothering about that. So input and output. So this is the main the types of testing: black box and white box testing. So this is about the black box testing. Then white box testing, that will mainly focus upon the code, path, condition, branches. Testing is based upon the analysis of the internal structure of the component or system. So those who are joined, I can see the names: Praful, Shirisha, Shamli, Ingle and Prajakta Alure, Arjav Jain. So I welcome you all. So it's my first video through this live session through this YouTube channel. We'll try. In the previously I used the Zoom software. So this is a means there is no time limit for this YouTube channel. So we'll complete today. We'll complete the software testing subject. So software testing topic. So I request all of you to just share this video to your friends, because only 10 to 12 students they are joined. Then the testing levels, these are the different testing methods: unit testing, integration testing, system testing, acceptance testing. So unit testing, integration, system, acceptance testing. So we'll discuss all these testing levels in detail. So unit testing. Unit testing, as the name indicates, it's a unit or module. So test each module individually. Test the each module of a software individually. So that's why the name given as unit testing. And it follows a white box testing, that is logic of the program. Means it mainly focus upon the internal details of the module, and this type of testing is done by the developers. So this type of testing, so in the MCQ you may get a question: the unit testing is done by the developers. So this is about the unit testing. So here we will consider one example. The unit testing, it is also called as component testing, and it is performed by the standalone modules to check whether it is developed correctly. Just consider one example of this login page. So customer user ID and password. So enter the valid login ID and password. These are some test cases. So this is the first test case: enter the valid login ID and password. Then second is enter the invalid login and password, and third one is the empty login and click login. So means we are testing this particular page, this particular module with the different test cases. So that's why it is called as a module. Means login page, we are testing a single module, so there is a login page. So I thought you understood about this uh, login page. Means it's a single module. So similar to the other unit modules like registration page, or payment transfer page. So likewise, the mobile number registration page. So individual modules we are testing. So it is called as the unit testing. Then we'll go for the integration testing. So integration testing, once all the modules have been unit tested, means the different modules are unit tested, so integration testing is performed. So for example, in the last we just discussed about the login page, and this is one module. Then registration page, So this is the second module. Then payment transfer. Suppose here this payment. So third module. So once all these three modules, means individual modules, have been unit tested, means this is these different unit modules are tested, integration testing is performed. Integration testing is carried out by the testers. So this is very important for your MCQ examination point of view. Uh, so unit testing, it is done by developer, and integration testing is done by the tester. So these are all the MCQ type of questions that will be helpful for your examination point of view. Then the integration testing scenarios. So we'll let us consider one example. So in this example, so this is one module. The current balance, it is a one module. Transfer is a one another module. We are considering we understand this integration testing scenario with one example, banking example. So here this is one module, current balance, and transfer is another module. So in the current balance, so how much amount is there? 1000 rupees is there. 1000 rupees is the balance in the account, current balance. So this is transfer, payment transfer module. So how you normally, how you do the payment transfer in the internet banking? Means we will transfer the amount to the registered users. Okay, so from this particular current balance, means it's a automation of the banking software. So we are doing a transferring the amount through the net banking. So this current balance is 1000, and once we transfer the amount to the third party, so how much we are transferring? 500 rupees. So once the 500 rupees amount is transferred, so in the banking, so originally how much it was there? 1000 rupees, and now I am transferring to third party 500. So this particular module, it should update. So update means how much should be there after transferring the amount? It should be 500 rupees. It should update. So integration testing means we'll individually test. We'll individually test this current balance module and transfer module. And in the integration, we'll integrate these two modules. Okay, we'll integrate these two modules. I hope you understood this. So now Sonia Arkal is joined. Uh, so this is about the integration testing scenario. So you can understand. Then so this is the result. Means once you transfer the 500 rupees, once you transfer the 500 rupees, so what is the update? It should update to the 500 rupees back. So it indicates what means these two modules, current balance and these transfer modules. These two modules are means they are working fine. These two modules are working fine, because suppose in suppose here, if the 1000 rupees is there, and if suppose if I transfer 2000 rupees, suppose if I transfer 2000, but it should not accept, it should give a error message, because it's a balance is only 1000 rupees, and we can't transfer the 2000 rupees to the third party. Suppose if it is accepting this 2000 to the third party, and here if it is updating the balance to minus 1000, then it is lost to the organization, it is lost to the banking organization. So uh, so these two modules, so that's why we do the testing. Integration testing means whether, means these two modules, the current balance module and transfer module, whether these two, the interfacing is working properly or not. So that testing is called as integration testing in different modules. So this is one just simple example. So now Pratiksha is joined, Sana. So this is about the integration testing. Then the types. We'll discuss the different types of testing. So just now we discussed this. We considered these two modules, that is a current balance and transfer module. So let us consider one more scenario to understand the other different type of testing methods. So what are the different testing methods in the integration? So integration testing methods are Big Bang integration testing, top down, bottom up, and mixed integration testing. So we'll understand those the different testing methods with these modules. So login page is the one module. Then current current balance is the one module. Deposit, withdraw, transfer. So these are all the different five modules: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is already they are given the name in the picture. You can see these different modules. So the first testing method, what is that? Big Bang type of integration testing method. So what it does, wait for all modules to be developed. It's a time consuming. Let us see this. Okay. So in the Big Bang means what happens? We need to wait till the completion of all the five modules. So means to test these modules integrating, like these five modules: login, current balance, deposit, withdraw, then transfer. These five modules means to test this particular module, all the modules, we need to wait till the completion of all these modules, till the completion of all the modules. For example, if the login page is ready, current balance page is ready, and these three pages are pending. Which one? The deposit, withdraw, and transfer. These pages are ready. Okay, login page is ready, current balance page is ready, but these three are pending. Means still they are taking the time to complete these three pages. So if we want to do the testing using the Big Bang approach, we need to wait till the completion of all the five modules. That is one of the drawback. Wait for all modules to be developed. Means we need to wait till the completion of all the five modules. Suppose here, suppose if these three modules are ready, if these three modules are ready, and these two modules are pending, if these two modules are pending, then again, okay, these three modules they have to wait till the completion of these two login and current balance modules. Okay, so that is the one of the drawback in Big Bang approach. Then it is a time consuming and difficult to trace root cause of bugs. Means it's difficult to trace the error or the where it is originated, the root cause of the bug. Means because here we are testing all the integrating all 5 modules and we are doing the testing, so it is difficult to trace the root cause of the bugs. So that is one of the drawback of this Big Bang approach of the integration testing method. So incremental testing, in integral testing method, modules are tested as and when they are available. So this is one more type of testing method, incremental. As the name indicates, suppose if the current balance, if this particular module is ready, modules are tested as and when they are available. As and when they are available. So if this current balance, this module is ready, and this transfer module is not ready, this they are under development in process. So this current balance module is ready and this transfer module is still under the process. Okay, but here what happens, we use a temporary dummy module, a dummy module that is called as stub, a valid third party account number. So here what happens, to transfer the amount to the third party, means this current balance module is ready but transfer module is not ready, but we can test here, we can test by considering a dummy module. Means suppose if the current balance is 1000 rupees, and just what we require is just a payment transfer. If I transfer the 50 rupees to the third party, okay, so the 50 should be transferred to the third party, and okay, and what should be the balance should update? The balance should update is 950. Means if it is transferring 50 and the current balance, if it is updating to 950 rupees, current balance module, if it is updating to 950, then this particular module is working fine. Okay, I will explain once again. So the main advantage of this incremental testing is, what happens, this particular module, the current balance module is ready, this module is ready, but this payment transfer module, it is pending, it is in process. This particular module is not ready, means code is not done, payment transfer, that particular web page, it is not done, it is pending. But here I can test this module, we can do the testing, what is the testing? Suppose in the current balance, if it is contains 10,000 rupees, and they are transferring payment transfer, means suppose if I transfer 5,000 rupees, okay, once I transfer 5,000, what it should update, it should update to the 5,000 remaining balance. So it indicates, this particular module is working fine, it is working fine. So that is called as a incremental testing, it is called as incremental testing. So now Amey Chikli joined. So stubs, the dummy module in the incremental testing. So that what is stub? It is very important for your MCQ point of MCQ questions in your exam. Stubs are the dummy modules that are always distinguishes as called programs, or you can say it is that you can say that it handles the integration testing. So that is top down approach. So in the top down approach, okay, so this is one module, and in this it's called a called program. It is a dummy module stub. Okay, so this stub, this dummy module, it is called as, it is just to test the particular this module. So this approach, it is called as top down approach. It is called as top down approach in the integration testing. Okay, then steps in the top down approach. So similar to that, there is a driver approach in the it's a bottom up approach. Driver approach means this particular model is ready, this transfer module is ready, but this the which one, the current balance module is not ready. So here the current balance module, it is not ready. Okay, so in such case we dummy module, and that dummy module is called as driver. Okay guys, it's called as a dummy module. It's a dummy module. So driver is called as a dummy module, and so it is called as a bottom up approach. So this type of testing is called it we use in the bottom up approach. So uh, driver, stubs and driver, stub concept, stub and driver, these two are called as a dummy modules that we used while testing the software. So in the top down approach we use in the top down approach we use the stubs, and in bottom up approach, because in the top down what happens, this particular module is ready but this module is pending. So this, because this transfer module is pending, so instead of this transfer module we are using a dummy module that is called as stub. Okay, then and driver कब होता है, it is in the bottom up approach. In the driver means driver research, it is also dummy module. So when we are using this one here, this balance module is that is current balance module is not ready, but this transfer module is ready. It is not ready and it is ready. So we can test this particular dummy module. So that's why we use a dummy module. That dummy module is called as driver, and we use this approach in the bottom up integration testing method. Bottom up integration testing method. module is not ready, if login is ready, current balance is ready, transfer module is ready, this deposit module is ready. So if you want to, if this particular module is not ready, so in such case what we do, we use the stub, we use a stub module, we use a stub module. So one more concept was the bottom up approach. In the bottom up approach of the this testing, it's incremental testing, but in incremental in integration testing, incremental in integration testing methods, or would be functional increment and sandwich, which is a so this is one more type of testing method is called as sandwich testing. So sandwich means what? It is a combination of both top down and bottom up approach. Integration testing, unit testing, and in integration testing again there are three types. What are the three types? uh, what are the three types? So can anyone mention in the chat box the different three type of integration testing we discussed so far? So one is big bang approach, one is the big bang approach, then second one is top down integration testing method, then errors, because we already doing the different type of testing like unit testing, integration testing, because you know that v model of the software testing. So what is the v model? Each phase of the software development, each phase of the software development, like requirement analysis, functional specification, high level design, detailed design, each level of software development life cycle, it is having a respective testing method. So requirement testing, it is done by the user acceptance testing, that functional specification of the software, so that is called as system testing. Then high level design is called as integration testing, and detailed design is called as unit testing. It is called as unit testing. So uh, so that's why we call it as a V model. So that's why we call it a V model of the software testing. Means we are using the different type of testing methods. Here this unit testing, here also we are finding some of the defects. Then the and after integrating the modules, we are doing the integration testing. So in integration testing again we'll find few more errors, and if the errors are not detected in the integration, then those defects are find out by the system testing. Again, if some of the errors are not still found in the system testing, then we'll find out during the at the client side by using the user acceptance testing. So if you have any doubts, so just you can mention in the chat. So I can see Prajakta Alure. So she mentioned, okay, mixed testing. Mixed means it's a sandwich testing. So she mentioned the different type of integration testing methods. So this is about this already we covered. unit testing. Okay, we are discussing about the system testing. System testing, the system as a whole is tested to uncover the requirement errors and verifies that all the system elements the work properly and that overall system function and performance has been achieved. Means system, we are testing all system, overall system functionality and performance has been achieved. So to perform this system testing, there are different type of methods, that is called as alpha testing, beta testing. Okay, these are all means the different type of testing that we do in the system testing. So after completing the unit and the integration testing through this white box testing method technique for the by the development teams, it releases an .exe that build all integrated modules to perform the black box testing. Okay, so the in your MCQ you can go get a question like unit testing and integration testing, that we use a which method? There is a black box testing method, because we do the testing of individual modules and after integrating the different unit modules, interfacing, that is integration testing, then we'll do the system testing. So system testing is a type of a black box testing. Then the testing of a complete and fully integrated software product. System testing is a testing of a complete and fully integrated software product. So that is system testing. Complete with all the functionality. Usually software is only one element of a larger computer based system. Ultimately software is integrated with other software or hardware systems. Software that integrate with the other software or hardware system. So system testing is actually a series of different tests whose purpose is to exercise the full computer based system. Means the final product, whether it is work with the other software or hardware, that we check in the final system testing. System testing that involves testing the software code for the following: testing the fully integrated applications including external peripherals in order to check how the components that interact with the one another and with the system as a whole. So that is called as end-to-end scenario testing. Verify through thorough testing of every input in the application to check for the desired output. Testing of the user's experience with the application. So user will provide the input and he will use the particular software, and if any changes, so the developer will modify. So this is also one of the type of testing. So normally when we go to purchase any mobile, so we'll go through the different applications and the will use the mobile whether it is user friendly or not. So in the same way, the testing, the user will provide some input and he will test the application. So the type of system testings are a few of the types of system testings. A large software development company that would typically use usability testing, stress testing, regression testing, then functional testing. So these are the different type of the system testings. there are over, see, you can see 50 different type of system testings are there. The specific types used by a tester depend upon the several variables. So there are so many different type of testing methods are there. It is depend upon the application, the tester they use the testing methods. So who the tester works for, this is a major factor in determining the type of system testing a tester will use. The methods are used by large companies are different than that is used by the medium or small companies. Means the different testing methods. So that is used by the organization. It depend upon the organization. As the MNC company, they use a different way to test the software, and medium scale, small scale company, they use a different strategy, different testing methods to test the software. Then these user acceptance testings, alpha testing, beta testing, acceptance testing, performance testing. So the one thing that I want to mention here is so this is about the system testing, and these are all, it is a type of that it is not a type of system testing, but it is a type of user acceptance testing methods, and also the different other testing methods they are mentioned, performance testing, security testing, these are also different type of software testing methods. So alpha testing. Alpha testing, it is carried out by the test team within the developing organizations. Okay, it is a test team by the development organization. Beta testing, it is performed by a selected group of friendly customers. Alpha testing, just note down guys, it is done by the testing team at a organization, at a developing organization. What about the beta testing? It is performed by a selected group of people, that is the user, selected group of peoples, friendly customers. Okay, means they are the customers. They are the customers. Beta acceptance testing, it is performed by the customers to determine whether to accept or reject the delivery of the software system, whether to accept or reject the effect to the other modules. Okay, so again means after making the changes, again we need to do the testing. So that is called as a regression testing. In nothing but it's a full or partial selection of already executed test cases which are re-executed. Means because we are making some modification, and after making the modification, if any, whether it is affecting or not, that we will do the testing. So that is called as, that is re-executed to ensure that existing functionalities they work fine. So this testing is done to make sure that new code that changes should not have the side effects on the existing functionalities. It should not affect to the other functionalities. So that is called as regression testing. So finally, so this testing in order to be cost effective, the testing must be concentrated on the areas where it will be most effective. The testing should be planned such that when the testing is stopped for whatever the reason, the most effective testing in the time allotted has already been done. The absence of any organizational testing policy may result too much effort and money will be spent on the testing that attempt to achieve a level of quality that is impossible or unnecessary. So, as testing, it is very important to develop the quality software to the customer, and it is depend upon the organizations. It is depend upon the organization that they use a licensed version software testing method, or some expert team to test the software by investing a huge amount of money. It is depend upon the project. It is because for banking softwares and all, the data is very confidential, and because they have to go for some licensed versions or some because the MNCs and all these they work because they handle these banking softwares, and banking softwares they go to the some trusted organizations, MNCs, because they maintain the confidentiality of the data. So some small organizations they use the open source software testing software as we discussed, like Selenium testing tool and all. So that is used by the some small scale organizations. Almost most of the it's a free open source tool. So it is used by the small scale, medium scale organizations. So whichever the testing method, the main important thing is that high quality software. We need to deliver a high quality software. So software testing is an important. It may cause a mission failure or any other, like to maintain the impact on performance, reliability if not done properly. That's why we do the testing. So what is software testing? It's a process to use to identify the correctness, completeness and quality of the developed computer software. So the developed software it should be correct, complete and quality. Then only the organizations they consider, they accept, the customer will accept the software, otherwise it is a failure to the organization. Okay, so this is all about the software testing concepts, and as per your syllabus it is sufficient to go through all these concepts, and I will upload these PPT in the Google Classroom. So if you have any doubt you can just mention in the chat, or otherwise I will end the session. Okay, I will end the session now.